good day everyone. This is the group of the Justice League from 2 Foxtrot. So our video lecture is about the country of France and its own policy. So this video lecture, it includes the history of the policing of France, its relevant laws, system of policing, vision and mission, and function. And also it includes the organizational structure, rank, insignia, and its own qualification and benefits for its law enforcement.
Policing is centralized at the national level. Dito, kumukuha sila ng kanilang mga pulis na tinatawag nila na police municipal. There are two kinds of police forces, Police National and Gendarmerie National. The Police National former code, Sorete, is considered a civilian police force. In 1966, its name was officially changed to Police Nationale. Dito sa Police National, dati daw tinatawag lang Sorete. Ang itinuturing na isang sibilyan ng pwersa ng isang pulis. Ang Police National ay nasa ilalim ng kontrol ng Minister of Interior. And the Gendarmerie National, it has the primary responsibility for policing smaller towns and rural areas as well as the armed force and military installation, airport, security, and shipping port. Dito sa Gendarmerie National, ang responsibilidad daw ay pamahalaan ng mas maliit na mga bayan at mga lugar pati na rin ng mga datahang lakas ng mga install ng mga militar. Between 1697 and 1699, King Louis asserted his authority over police in France, and the maréchaussée between the formal law enforcement arm of the country. In February 1791, it was renamed Gendarmerie Nationale by the revolutionary government of France. Noong daw 1697 at 1699, Harry Louis ang kanyang otoridad sa pulisya sa France. Ang maréchaussée ay naging formal tagapagtupad ng batas ng bansa. Noong February 9, 1791, pinangalanan itong Gendarmerie Nationale ng revolutionaryong governor ng France.
Our next topic is all about relevant laws in France. Types of legislation. France is ruled by a strict hierarchy of norms. An overall norm is the constitution's traditional merged with Declaration of Rights of 1788. Next is the executive power. Has the right to enact regulation which are called decrets, or for the Prime Minister and President of the Republic, and arrests for the rest of the executive branch. Statutes and non-individual decrees have been numbered according to the Form 99, 1, 2, 3, 4 since 1945. Since 2000, cases are named according to the Form 2001 to 1, 2, 3, 4. All statutes and decrees and the most important arrests are published in the official gazette and receive unique reference numbers since 1987. And last is the court system. The French judicial system is historically strictly divided into two separate bodies, the judiciary or ordinary law and administrative law.
Discuss about the organizational structure and rank insignia of French police. Now, the organizational and structure. The French National Police have two types, the Police Nationale and the Gendarmerie Nationale, or the National Gendarmerie. The Police Nationale were distinguished by the silver buttons on their uniforms, and at night, rain, and fog, they often wear white caps and capes. The Gendarmerie Nationale deals with the serious crime on national scale, and general law in rural areas. Responsible for motorway patrol, air and coastal rescue, and air and coastal patrols. And the Gendarmerie Nationale has the primary responsibility for policing smaller towns and rural areas, as well as the armed forces and military installation, airports, security, and shipping ports. Being a military force, the Gendarmerie has a high centralized organization structure. And now, in the rank and insignia, the National Police is divided into three corps. The Management and Enforcement Corps corresponds approximately to the enlisted and non-commissioned ranks in the military force, or the constable and sergeant in a British-style civil police. The Guardian de la Pax, keeper of the peace, the brigadier, brigadier chief, major, and major. And in the command corps corresponds approximately to the lower commissioned military ranks of the military force, or the grades of inspector and chief inspector in a British-style civil police force. These ranks were previously known as inspectors if detectives or officers de la Pax uniformed, although CRS officers always used the current ranks. The lieutenant student, the lieutenant intern, lieutenant, formerly officer de la Pax or inspector, the captain, formerly officer de la Pax, principal or inspector principal, the commandant, formerly commandant or inspector divisionaire, commandant divisionaire, same insignia as commandant but with gold oak leaf, and commandant divisionaire functional, same insignia as commandant but silver oak leaf.
The missions of the police in France are to protect the government, national institution, the highest state authorities, and to ensure honor services. They are responsible for policing military harbors, naval base dockyards and facilities, and its contribute to the surveillance of the coast and to sea rescue. But here in the Philippines, the PNP mission is to enforce the law, to prevent and control crimes, to maintain peace and order, and to ensure the public safety with the active support of the community. Simply, in France, protect the government, and the PNP mission is to protect the community.
So, pupunta naman tayo sa vision ng France in terms of policing. So, ang vision nila is to serve a law enforcement agency that is invested in the growth and safety of the community through innovation and a balanced approach to law enforcement. So, they will pursue and engage the best trained, equipped, and committed professionals who demonstrate the highest standards of performance and best policing practices and partnership with the community. So, katulad na lang ng mga pulis natin, may kani-kanila din silang vision. So, may kani-kanila din silang kagustuhan na iisa lang naman yung hinahangad, kundi yung mapanatili yung pagkakaroon ng peace and order at maging maganda at maging balance yung pag-enforce nila ng law. At sinasabi din doon na they will pursue and engage the best trained. So, hindi lang basta-basta nakapag-aral or nakapagtapos, kinakailangan na may mga skills at may proper training para magawa nila ng ayos yung kanilang function o yung kanilang mission. So, kasali din doon ang professionals who demonstrate the highest standards of performance and best policing practices in the partnership with the community. So, katulad nga nung sinabi ko is, hindi lang dapat nakatapos, kundi dapat may proper training para magkaroon ng magandang partnership o mas maging maganda yung pamamalakad nila between the relationship of them and community. Guys, ang i-discuss ko is about the function and vision of France in terms of policy. So, unahin ko muna ang function. So, yung function is the French police is a military institution created to ensure public safety. It guarantees the protection of individuals and their properties, informs, warns, and rescues. In addition to ensuring the maintenance of law and order and the enforcement of legislation, it may also contribute to the military defense of the nation. So, katulad na lang ng Pilipinas, may mga pulis tayo na nag-i-ensure ng public safety. So, bakit? So, para mapanatili yung peace and order at maging maayos at ma-ensure yung maintenance of law and order at para na rin maging matahimik o mas maganda yung pamamalakad sa isang community. So, ano nga ba yung function of the National Police in France? So, the function of National Police in France is generally to ensure that the laws are observed and enforced. Efforts are also directed at the prevention of delinquency. So, katulad na lang ng ginagawa ng mga pulis ay nagpapatrol sila para ma-ensure yung public safety at para ma-ensure na sinusunod ng mga tao yung mga rules at laws na ipinatupad ng government. So, doon naman sa ang mga example nun ay patrols, traffic control, identity checks. Tapos dun sa under the supervision of the judiciary, they conduct criminal inquiries, serve search warrants, etc. as well as maintaining specific judiciary police services for criminal inquiries. So, katulad ng mga police natin dito is bibigay din sila ng search warrant at as well as maintaining specific yung specific na ginagawa nila, specific function. So, katulad na lang sa internal at saka external.
So hello everyone, today we will be discussing about the qualifications and benefits of police officers in France. So, like any other country, there are qualifications to be qualified police officer. Like in the Philippines, they have qualifications to be part of PNP. So in France, to work as a police officer, their qualifications is that you need to have a French nationality. You should be citizen in that country because you will serve the country, so you must be one of them. And also, your height must be 5'3". That is the minimum height for women or even in men. And also, you need to have good eyesight and good health because as a police officer, you need to have a strong body because this career or this profession is also a tough career because you need to serve and protect the country. And also for the other requirements, it includes a minimum of French baccalaureate and a good criminal record, which is as a leader, you must be a good role model, and also they need to have a degree or bachelor's degree, which is it associates degree or a certain number of post-secondary education credits. And also, they need to have diploma because getting a high school diploma or GED is one of the requirement or minimum requirement of a formal police officers. So that would be the qualifications of police officers in France. So moving forward, we will be tackling about the benefits of the police officers in France. So what are those benefits of the police officers in France? So the benefits are allocation familiaris, which is the supplement on child benefit, and also he has a guaranteed employment. And like other country, there are bonuses which are obligation to leave in its employment sector except by derogation, and also forbidden to leave his employment sector without authorization from his superiors, and also as derogatory to the civil service scheme, and obligation to wear a uniform and a weapon like any other country, which is they need to be a proper as a role model, and also obligation to provide assistance including day off like any other police officers in different country. um, Even as a leader, as a servant in your country, even you are in a day off, you need to help, and you must be willing to help. And for the last one is the prohibition of some jobs for his spouse. In addition, in the police officer in Gendarmerie Nationale or in GERDAMS, the benefits are they are under the military system, and also they are official accommodation. They can get official accommodation, and also they are 75% of reduction of trains tickets. Like here in the Philippines, like when you ride in a jeep, you will get discount for riding it. So that's it. That's the qualifications and benefits of police officers in France.